Good morning and welcome to another live chat with me. Today's topic is the powerful work of inner child, and this is one work that I really love. It's extremely powerful, and not we understand the value of this work, and that's why I just thought I'll take this topic and introduce you to this inner child work. There are many ways how we can do this work. From the therapist point of view, I'll explain you what exactly do we do. So we understand first of all the layers of our mind, and right now when you're thinking and when you're listening to me and when you're trying to analyze what I'm trying to say is your conscious layer of your mind, where you're trying to understand what I'm saying, listening to me. Below this layer is all your beliefs, where all your values are, the real you are, and that's your subconscious mind. And there's another layer which is the unconscious mind, which is it can't be programmed. It's something which is hard. It's maybe programmed when you're taking birth. That's the time when it's programmed. It takes care of your respiration, your heartbeat, and all those kind of stuff, which is just automatic. So your subconscious mind is where we have to work on. This is the powerful place where all your suggestions and all your real personality, your real beliefs are. Why is the inner child work so important? Now, as a child, from the age where they're just coming into a world and they are trying to wake up with this reality of what's happening around them, they're like blank canvas, and they're taking in everything and absorbing it in as if this is the truth, especially from the people that they trust and with the people that they feel are higher or they know better, because they're just a child and they don't know their choices yet, they don't know how to make decisions yet, and they feel right now they're just absorbing everything. So as a parent, whatever the parents are doing, whatever they are saying, whatever they are behaving, everything is going straight in the subconscious mind and becoming their blueprint for their personality for the entire life. Everything that has happened or what I've seen as a child, if my parents have abandoned me or rejected me because I am a female child, or I am not good enough, I'm not clever like my sister, whatever has happened as a child, that child is taking in all their suggestions, all their behavior in, and making it as a hardwired program, like a personality trait. So all this is going straight, even what is happening in the schools, what my teachers are saying me, if someone is bullying me, or how am I being treated? Am I treated different because I'm dyslexic, or am I treated separate or in a different way? Everything goes straight in my subconscious mind. Even religion had a great impact on most of my clients when they talk about how they were being treated, or what behavior they have seen when they were a child, being beaten, or whatever the things that they mention about. Everything is having an impact. Now, all this, what I have absorbed in as a child from the age of 0 to 7, is the blueprint or the programming for the inner child to either feel safe or feel insecure, or feel full of confidence, or full of low self-esteem, full of fear, or full of some people, when they come here, they talk about, oh, I'm so needy, I'm so clingy in emotional relationships, I'm so bad, I'm just going after the same kind of people who are ignoring me because as a child I was rejected by my parents, or I was not accepted by my friends, or I was different. So whatever that was, people have this in their subconscious mind, and they can live their entire life having all those blocks, those patterns, those self-limiting beliefs. So whatever becomes their outer voice, could be parents, could be society, could be media, could be whatever they're watching in the TV, or the choice of programs that they're watching, everything that is the outer voice becomes the inner child's inner voice. That's how this person starts to communicate with the self. I can't do this. I am not good enough. I don't think I will be able to do that. Punishment and all those kind of stuff, it's like a reinforcement, it's like a shock. Actually, we use that in our therapies to clear that. So just imagine someone is reinforced with a shock, with the pain of a slap or a belt or whatever. I've heard so many things, and all that is like a shock, a trauma for the child's normal processing to take on board. It's too much pain that the subconscious mind will stuff it down in some of the layers of your energy field, in some of the layers, and will start on a different because it's your protective mind as well. That's your real power, your real programming. So all the self-limiting critical mind, everything is here. And so when it stuffs down all those negative patterns inside, the self-limiting beliefs inside, it is not letting me live my life to the fullest. It is not going to let them be happy and content in life. No matter they achieve, they can be driving all their life that they want to achieve. I have seen my clients trying to take courses over and over again, so many courses, so many certificates, trying to get that recognition or that appreciation that they're looking for, maybe from the parents, maybe from their sisters, brothers. And just to get that, they are subconsciously driven to get all these achievements and success. They're really high up there in the most wonderful companies, but they're not happy, as if they still want more. And that's a few minutes of achievement, few minutes of reward, or just the people saying that you did great. It's what they're driven towards. So it could be that immensely damaging for people, though they don't realize it. But subconsciously, everything that what we are doing as a person and in my personality, whatever is my beliefs, my habit patterns, my actions, they are driven from the foundation of my life. Some of our patterns and personality traits come from our past lives patterns, if you believe in that. But yeah, so there's some phobias that I can carry. I can have fear of water, though I have never experienced anything here in this life, but I can carry that. So fears, phobias can come from the past, but as the inner child we work mostly with what's happening here in this lifetime. It could be a traumatic birth that the parent has gone through, and it was being told to the child that, you know, it was a very traumatic experience for me. Your mother almost died, and that can be too much for the child to process and take in, that I gave pain to my mother. So it could be something like that. And the subconscious doesn't have any logic why. It could be as a child, it could be something simple that my brother or sister was born after me, and my mother was paying more attention to him or her, and she was being more nurtured, and I was feeling ignored or rejected. And that can be leading to jealousy. I have never loved my brother or sister throughout my life. I don't know why I hate this person so much. I'm constantly in a competition, trying to prove myself better than the other. And this is subconsciously happening. I'm not doing this, but it's just happening because somewhere subconscious mind has taken that in as that my mother doesn't love me more. I have to earn it. Or sometimes I'm being compared. I was compared that, oh, your cousin is better, you know, he has got good marks or good percentage, and I am feeling I'm compared, so I'm less. If my mother is appreciating someone else, I don't feel I'm good enough. That's why she's doing it. So it could be a small thing. It could be someone touched me in a wrong way. As a child, I was just playing around. Someone I trusted has touched in most of my clients in a wrong way, and that just blocks their trust on any person who is family, or they can't trust people. And it's very difficult then to be in a relationship, because where you can't trust, because it was broken as a child. So the inner child work helps us clear all that kind of stuck energy, blocked energy. It sounds very small, and most of the people, they feel, you know, now I understand why they did that. now I know why my parents were alcoholic, you know, they were going through a tough time, or they were really poor. Now I understand. But it doesn't change or heal the inner child. And your inner child is like the compass of your, it's like your foundation, your blueprint. If that inner child is content, happy, safe, secured, and loved, and have been forgiven, only then there can be joy. It really, in the present minute, in this person, in having all that achievement, and not constantly running. If there was a mode on of constantly achieving and running and doing, and it can slow down, and it's okay to enjoy without trying to please someone, or without trying to compare or compete with someone. And it's okay then to just feel content and be happy in the present moment. So for me, that work is extremely important for all my clients. When I'm working with them, I'm constantly looking at what is happening within, what is the critical mind talking about, what are they beating themselves for. And mostly they have everything in their life. They have almost everything that they desire, they deserve in their life. But that inner acceptance, that inner forgiveness, that's the biggest work. Like, I feel forgiving the self is one of the most difficult and the biggest work that I bring my clients to, because it's we can carry so much. And I have seen people where they feel that, oh, because I told on my sister, she was being beaten as a child, and I can carry that as a shame or as a guilt. Because of me, she has done that. Because of me, I have made mistakes as I was a teenager. Putting that, all that heaviness of making decisions and making mistakes, because every time we make mistakes, we have been told you made mistakes. And how our subconscious mind process it is completely different, because every person is different. So this work is amazing. I love to bring that in with a calm session. It's a rapid emotional release, new technique. This session, we work straight away with all the beliefs that people carry, how they talk to themselves in the most horrible way they can talk to themselves. So everything is being brought down, and then we work on clearing and healing the inner child. It takes a lot from people. I have seen people crying on the floor, really in that pain, and the energy in the room is immense. But then after the energy shifts and the inner child feels, the inner child can be forgiven and loved and can feel safe. It's a different energy altogether, because there is a lovely energy that the inner child can be wrapped into and felt safe wherever or whatever is needed to make that happen. Now, there are the ways. I've seen many clients here in the ages of 50, 60, 70s, where they're living, everything has been achieved, they've done the best they can, and they still are feeling that they're not happy, that they're not content with their life, they're not living their life to the fullest, and they want to, they're asking this question to themselves, that how can I do that? They're carrying the hurt or the pain from their parents, what they've done to them, how they treat them, how they are biased to one brother or sister, and being compared, and they can still carry that no matter what age they are. And it's like you're carrying all that burden all your life, when you have the option to shed it all and let it all go. I have seen liberation, like a feeling of liberation from all that, that has been affecting for years and years. And every Christmas you're carrying more, and every time I see them, I'm looking at, they are giving. It's because there's a foundation there. As a child, I've seen, say for example, that the minute my younger brother was born, my parents were loving and nurturing him, and he needed attention. Logical mind knows that. The conscious mind knows he needed attention at that time. He was just a baby. But the subconscious doesn't know. As a child, I've seen they were loving him more. So the foundation has been made. And now every time I see my mother cleaning him, bathing him, or taking him or playing with him, that's more adding to my pain. Even now, I'm 50, I'm 70, and I see that my brother Whenever he goes, my mother just gives him a hug and just loves him so much and makes him this and that. And when I go, I am not getting the same treatment. And it's just constantly being piled up. And years of all that piled up energy had what do you think will happen with that? As per research, if you hold on to something bitter inside you, it manifests after 5 years in some kind of illness. And after 15 years, they say it turns into some kind of a lump or something else. That's just the research that I've heard. So everything, this bitterness or this, it's not letting us live to the fullest. That we can understand things, but we are not able to let it go deep within, because the subconscious mind doesn't change by itself. It needs it can do miracles if he accepts your suggestions or what you want to change. I want to be a non-smoker, and it's great if it listens. But the thing is, willpower works temporarily. It works till a while, and then it can go back again to the same. But when we do the inner work, where the subconscious mind is reprogrammed, removing and healed and cleared all this baggage that I'm carrying, cleaned, there's nothing that I see now that can affect me. Now I'm on Christmas and I accept the way they are. I've forgiven them. I have my place inside my heart where the inner child can feel happy, loved, contented, given all that attention. So no longer I'm in a trap of trying to find other people who can give me attention, friends that can give me attention, or any stranger who can give me attention, and that attention can be wrong. Now that's the most of the fear of parents. When their children are in teenage, they don't want their children to seek attention from outside, because the parents are saying no to most of the things and they're trying to discipline, and children don't like it, especially when teenagers. So that's the biggest fear we all have, that when they get the attention outside, is it the right person giving attention? Is it a drugs dealer, or what is it happening? So all this work is not just small work. It clears massive work, massive pathway and the foundation. Once the foundation is cleared and healed, it brings you to a different place altogether, where you're mindful, you're enjoying the sky, you are mindful of enjoying the drink and the food, and you are also accepting what is happening in the present minute. And when your energy change, automatically you will see people's energy change as well. So no matter the parent was loving to one brother or sister more, you will see there'll be a shift. Automatically their energy change as well. And that's the magic that you're not even working on, and it happens. And I've seen that many times. So yeah, that's one thing there. Apart from that, yeah, so I also bring in Kundalini work as well. So when you're working on root chakra, the base chakra, which is the Kundalini Reiki work, to align your chakras, to clear your passage, and also to work on your root chakra. Root chakra, I mean, if you see the chakra wise, how it works is the root chakra is also your grounding, your past lives, and your age of 0 to 7. So that's the time when it clears all that. That's why it's the most powerful work. It clears massive stuff. It brings a shift in the energy. So I work a lot with that as well. Most of my clients, if they have never started any healing work and they start with Kundalini, I usually tell them to take a break for at least a month, 2 months, because every time they take an attunement, it clears a different layer. So if you're starting spiritual work, don't start with Kundalini Reiki. To start with something milder and powerful like IET, Integrated Energy Therapy, as an attunement to clear all the DNA strands and your cellular memories. Once it's cleared, then you're more ready and aligned to take such massive work. So if you're into healing and therapies, then hypnosis is a very powerful work. It brings you down to regression, and regression can clear one thing at a time. So it could be that my subconscious has turned on a feeling of blushing. I blush, or I have shyness, or I have anxiety issues, or I'm having a lot of fear, lot of attention seeking. Whatever the pattern that the subconscious mind has turned on, I have to turn it off. And for that, your therapist will take you down through the regression sessions, where you will be able to clear that entire chain of where it all started from and how you can reprogram it and change the foundation from there. Once it's clear, there is a clear pattern that has been erased from your subconscious, because your subconscious can change it, the minute it accepts something to change, it has to undo everything else that it has created for one thing. So one foundation, when it's broken, it has to clear everything that has been an effect of that. So because I was being rejected, because I'm a girl child, I have low self-esteem, I have a lot of issues, I feel I'm not good enough, I was not wanted, I am here for no reason. So all those patterns. So when I give it back to my parents, or I give it back to, that's not my thought, I'm here for a reason, and I bring it, all that self-esteem and self-worth there, then the entire ripple of what it has caused, or all the negative side effects or the unnecessary beliefs that are integrated, will also be cleared by your subconscious mind. So that's the power of just clearing one block and making that inner child heal. And there are many ways, like you can also do meditation there for the inner child work. But the thing is, meditation states sometimes can't go that deep in the trance state or in the state of lucid dreaming where you can reprogram it. So only if you have that state where you can sit and you can take a thought that I'm going to work on the inner child, you will find and realize many things will come on the surface, because your subconscious is constantly listening. So whatever you're taking on board before going to bed, you can take a thought, and in the night you may get a dream about it, or you may get a realization about it. And if you get up in the morning, whenever, then you just sit in meditation, allow yourself to bring that thought again, and you can see, because that's a state in between trance. It's like you're neither awake nor asleep. Your mind, your conscious mind, is not fully active at the moment. So your subconscious mind can, you can access it, and you can reprogram it in many ways. There could be shamanic drumming and such experiences where you can also go in a trance state and revisit your past and clear stuff as well. So there's not just one option, there are many options where you can actually clear all those kind of stuff. The main purpose of me doing this work is where I find the inner child can come to a place of pure joy, happiness, feeling safe and appreciated and accepted in every single way, where the inner child is forgiven and is loved, where the inner child feels empowered, full of self-respect and self-esteem. And for me, I think that's a most calm, relaxing place for the person to be. Once that is achieved, you can integrate your higher self. Then I bring in the higher self work, where you're integrating in your best version, where you're integrating in your higher self. And I love that work as well. So there are many things that I bring into my therapies when I'm working with my clients, trying to do my best for them so that they can have a life which they deserve and they desire, and every person should have that. So this work is a great importance to me in my therapies, and I just thought I'll share it with everyone today here. Hope this was helpful information for you, and you realize how important this work is. It's your blueprint, it's the most important work, and once you start working and clearing all that you're carrying as your inner child feels happy and content and loved, that's a completely different mindset, a different energy altogether, and mindfulness comes natural and easy then. Being present in the moment is what we all should aim to achieve, because in this moment, if you see, you have a house to stay, you have something to eat, you have someone to love, and no one is coming head on with an argument towards you. So in this moment, you have everything. You have peace, you have happiness, you have everything. And just if we can bring our mind to this moment that we are in, that's the best mind we can have. So that's a piece today from my side. Hope you guys have a great Sunday. Thank you for tuning in and watching, and thank you. Namaste.